On GAP News, Charles Saatchi has dismissed pictures showing him with his hand around his wife Nigella Lawson's neck as the pair sit at the terrace of a restaurant. But Saatchi says it was as part of a playful tiff. Also, Ministry of Defence announced 4,480 military redundancies. Arming Syrian rebels, the reality behind the rhetoric at G8, and bizarre TV licence fee excuses revealed. Welcome to GAP News. I'm Gary Pendlebury. Charles Saatchi has dismissed pictures showing him with his hands around his wife Nigella Lawson's neck as the pair sit at the terrace of a restaurant as part of a playful tiff. The chef appears to be grimacing in the pictures taken outside Scott's in Mayfair in central London. Scotland Yard said it was aware of pictures of Nigella Lawson which were published in the Sunday People. A police spokesman said inquiries are in hand to establish the facts of the incident. Mr. Saatchi admitted that he had a playful tiff with his wife at the restaurant. Nigella, the daughter of the former Exchequer Nigel Lawson, was reportedly seen weeping following the episode, and her spokesman has confirmed that she has since left the family home with her children, but there would be no further comment from the TV chef. The couple are said to be regular visitors to the upmarket restaurant Scott's in Mount Street, London, which claims to offer diners the finest oysters and fish. Nigella married Mr. Saatchi, who made his name in advertising in 2003. She has two children, Cosima and Bruno, from her marriage to journalist John Diamond, who died of throat cancer in 2001. She became a household name in 1998 with her first cookery book, How to Eat. The photographer who took some of the pictures said that the couple had no idea that they were being photographed at the time. Now, the redundancies announced by the Ministry of Defence this morning affect the Army. It is known that 4,770 posts are going to be cut today. Previous reductions have shrunk and the Navy and RAF size required. But it is taking further redundancy rounds to reduce the Army by a fifth, as set out by the Defence Secretary Philip Hammond. The Ministry of Defence says 84% of the redundancies are from applicants. This means that 16% of posts being cut today will be compulsory. Those 760 military personnel who did not volunteer for a redundancy will be notified by their commanding officers. Although the MOD maintains that any member of the Army in operation about to deploy or recovering from deployment have been exempt from this round. But given the need for further reductions in the posts, these personnel could be at risk in future redundancy rounds. These job losses are not connected to the current arguments over the next spending review 2015 to 2016, which will be announced on 26th of June. Those negotiations are still ongoing, and the Ministry of Defence is one of the departments which has yet to settle its budget for that year. The 2010 Strategic Defence Review announced the Army would be cut by 7,000 posts. Another further 12,000 positions were later added to bring the Army down to a size of 82,000 by 2020. The Royal Navy and RAF were cut by 5,000 at each at the same time. Those posts have already been cut. Those being forced to leave today will have to quit the Army by June 2014. Coming up on GAP News, arming Syrian rebels, the reality behind the rhetoric at G8, and bizarre TV license fee excuses revealed. All that and more after the break. We'll see you then. Welcome back, you're watching GAP News, and a reminder of our top story tonight. Charles Saatchi has dismissed pictures showing him with his hand around his wife Nigella Lawson's neck as the pair sit on the terrace of a restaurant as part of a playful tiff. The chef appears to be grimacing in the pictures taken outside Scott's in Mayfair, central London. Scotland Yard said it was aware of the pictures of Nigella Lawson, which were published in the Sunday People. A police spokesman said inquiries are in the hand to establish the facts of the incident. As the leaders of the world's biggest industrialised democracies gather in the once unlikely setting of Enniskillen in Northern Ireland, their sights are set on another intractable and potentially long-running conflict, Syria. Everyone agrees something must be done, but the question is what exactly their intentions are. The Americans say they now accept the Assad regime has used chemical weapons and wish to increase their own support for the rebels accordingly. David Cameron has always seemed keen to arm Assad's opponents, but faces opposition from within his own party and cabinet, not to mention from his own security advisors, who seem far from enticed by the prospect. So what will actually happen? What is the reality behind the rhetoric? I am told that President Obama is likely to specify before he leaves here what he means by arming the rebels. There is genuine uncertainty as to which way he will go, but the opposition forces already have access to plenty of weapons through the Saudis, and what they want is kind of sophisticated military kit that the Russians are giving to the Syrian government. It would certainly be a brave step on part of the president, who has always given the impression of being reluctant to get involved anywhere. Much less likely is any change of stance from David Cameron. He is said to believe that the moderate rebels in Syria can be bolstered and supported, but most expect our help to come in from further aid and training rather than a military equipment, at least for now. Leading forecasters and scientists are due to meet to discuss what is causing the UK's unusual weather conditions today. It comes after the freezing winter of 2010, last year's droughts and floods, and the coldest spring for more than 50 years. Discussions at the Met Office in Exeter will seek to answer whether the unusual seasons were the result of a natural variation or linked to impacts on climate change, such as melting Arctic sea ice, which could be influencing our weather. Mass protests are continuing throughout Brazil, with hundreds of thousands of demonstrators converging in Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro and Belo Horizonte, as well as other cities. Now, officials from TV licensing have revealed some of the most bizarre excuses made by viewers attempting to avoid paying the annual fee. They include a homeowner who tried to dodge paying their TV license fee by claiming that they merely used to glow from the set as a lamp to help them read. Another said they did not think that they needed a license because their pet corgi was said to be related to one of the Queen's dogs. The excuses were revealed by officials from TV licensing, as they launched a drive to encourage more people to pay up. More than 400,000 people were caught last year watching TV without a licence. In a bid to highlight the issue, TV licensing has teamed up with a BAFTA-winning animator to bring some of the excuses to life for a short film on YouTube. Some of the excuses which were offered to TV licensing group include: why would I need a TV license for a TV I stole? Nobody knows I've got it. I have lost weight recently and I had to buy new clothes. That's why I could not afford to buy a TV license. I had not paid as I received a lethal injection. I don't want to pay for a license for a full year. Knowing my luck, I'll be dead in 6 months and won't get value for money. I could not pay for my TV license because the Olympic torch was coming down my road and I could not get to the shop as the road was too busy. Only my 3-year-old son watches the TV. Can you take it out of the family allowance I receive for him? He watches it, so he should pay. And I got caught shoplifting, so I'm barred from the shop that takes PayPoint payments. Spokesman Stephen Farmer said some of the excuses are simply hilarious, while others show a great deal of imagination and creativity, but being caught without a valid TV licence is a criminal offence and no laughing matter. Joking and whacking excuses apart, it's breaking the law to watch live television without a licence, so anybody doing this risks prosecution and a fine of up to £1,000. That's it from us. The weather's for you next. I'm back in half an hour. See you then. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.